who are the people, or what would you say in terms of your vocational story are you most grateful for?
Oh, okay. First of all, I would just say my parents. Just even though like I said, we didn't have a lot. Just seeing their work ethic and what they did to make sure that we always had food on the table and teaching me responsibilities at a young age. And I would say, once I got to state, the environment was so supportive. So I would say the collective was important. Just being around other African American students who had dreams and goals, and seeing people fulfill those dreams and goals, even to this day. And also, I would say some of the mentors that I had when I was here at South Carolina State University. Dr. Thomas Wilson was the department chair of human services when I was a student in the criminal justice program. And I wasn't even considering going to a PhD program. I always thought I wanted to go to law school, but like a lot of students, when I finished undergraduate, I wasn't prepared to take the bar. I don't even think I had the money to take the bar. And so Dr. Wilson came to me, and they had just received it was called the Patricia Roberts Harris Fellowship. And if I were to go into counseling, which I didn't know a lot about counseling at the time, but they were offering full tuition, and I think we got a stipend of $833 a month. And
Wow.
for me, I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. But it was I was thinking it was something I would do until I decided, till I took my LSAT, until I was really prepared for law school. But what happened was, once I got into the program, I really enjoyed the program. And to be honest, the counseling profession was actually a better fit for my personality than law school would have ever been for the type of person that I am. So, once I completed my master's degree at SC State, Dr. Wilson encouraged me to go on to pursue my PhD. And that's something I had never really considered. And just the opportunities that I was exposed to while I was a student at South Carolina State University, that's what really impacted my journey on becoming a professor. Because in addition to the tuition being paid, in addition to the monthly stipend, they also had funds for us for professional development. And they took us to conferences. We got to go to Atlanta. Matter of fact, the first time I've ever been on a plane was a result of that fellowship at South Carolina State University. And there were about four of us, and we were all allowed to go to a conference in Minnesota. And at that conference, I connected with the faculty at the University of Iowa. And from that conference, I jumped on a van with some students and traveled to the campus of the University of Iowa. And that's how I ended up in graduate school at the University of Iowa. But all of that was a result of the mentoring relationship that I had with Dr. Wilson, and even teaching me how to network and make contacts that could potentially impact my career. And that's why I'm so passionate about giving back to students and mentoring students when I see potential, like the potential I saw in Terrence Tucker and many of the students that come to the rehabilitation counseling program. That's just my way of what was given to me at South Carolina State University.
Wow, that's such a dynamic story, just to see how it moved, and how, like you said, you thought you were going to be a lawyer, and as a result of taking that particular fellowship, and I think the next generation needs to hear that. Part of the reason why we do imagine exposure is a lot of times it's kind of like a palate with food, right? Like on some level we say, oh, I like A, but if you've only been exposed to one thing,